YouTube, what is going on, guys? It is your boy Screens, and today's video, as y'all can tell by the title and the thumbnail, is going to be about the Beluba bombs that were dropped on us at the weird time of 3 a.m. Usually we don't get news at 3 a.m. We usually get it at like 10 a.m. Eastern. This was dropped in the middle of the night, alright? So I didn't see this. I went to bed at like 1 a.m. I woke up. I was like, holy shit, what just happened? So this is news to me. The tweets as of right now are deleted, so don't bother looking at them, but I do have a graphic here from a Reddit post that basically sums up everything that is important. So I'm going to be talking to you guys about that. I'm going to be reading that off to you guys. Now, before I do that, please drop a like, drop a comment, talk to me about what y'all think about what I'm saying in this video, and also sub with those post notifications, y'all. We are on the road to 15K. We're going to go crazy in 2K22, and this is just the beginning. All right, so the first thing I want to talk about, it's broken up into 5 sections, and they are general, shooting, dribbling, animations, and my players, all right? So I'm just going to go down from the top to the bottom. So the very first thing, obviously, that it is the general, and it says current and next gen are much more similar on court this year compared to last year. Now, basically, what I got from this is that these are, like, comparing the two games, 21 current gen was the speed boost glitch, 94 speed centers, compared to next gen where it was 6-7 demigods, and overall the gameplay was slow and clunky. Now, what I got from this is that overall the gameplay is going to seem and feel the same. Now, I'm kind of interested in how they do this, because obviously they need to make the game a little bit more, or they need to make both games like different to each other, because obviously there has to be a reason to buy a next gen console in order to play the next gen version of the game, you know what I mean? So I want to learn more about this. I want to know more about actually this, because this seems like it's not as important, but to be honest with you, I think this is actually really important. I want to know more about what this is. Next, we have basically the majority of the article is shooting. Now, first off, the removal of badges. They did say, or Mike Wang did say, that the shooting steady shooter badge is gone. That's a W to me, because that badge in the first place did not really make any sense. Who shoots better contested than they do wide the fuck open? I don't know. Thank God that badge is removed. Next, they are bringing back the 2K21 features where shot vibration and shot aiming is removed. So, in my opinion, I think that means that Zens are gone, post scores, post hooking from the free throw line using shot aiming is also gone. Now, obviously, we hope that there's like post fades are not overpowered. Like, who knows? Maybe there's always something overpowered with post scores every single year. I don't know why. Hopefully that's not the case, but as of right now, post hooking, shot aiming is not going to be a thing in 2K21. Now, turning off your shot meter does give you a boost, which is actually pretty big news, because obviously we want to boost. They did say that they're going to bring a new shot meter, but in my opinion, that's kind of useless, because as long as turning off your shot meter does give you a boost, there's literally no reason to use the shot meter at all, to be honest with you. You know what I mean? Like, ever since 2K20 they introduced that feature, I have not used the shot meter since. I have not looked back. I am never going to use the shot meter again, as long as turning off your shot meter gives you a boost. Now, these are all quotes first off, and then what I want to say here is this one is actually a major W. Now, it says, you don't have to be as high as last year to be a perimeter shooting threat if you have good timing at least. What this means is that what he's talking about is the 3-ball ratings in order to be consistent. With current gen, you guys know that basically if you wanted to like be a consistent threat from everywhere, you had to have a 90+ 3-ball. Like, you just had to. There was no other options. You had to have a 90+ 3-ball. This year it says that it's it doesn't have to be as high, meaning that I think that that's a huge W, because they're going to bring a whole lot of diversity. Shooting centers are most likely going to be back. The build system overall is going to be more diverse, because people are going to make things with lower 3-balls. And yeah, that's basically it. Like, I think that's a huge W, because lockdowns had like an 83 ball, and they literally could only shoot from the corner, sometimes top of the key, but they weren't as consistent from top of the key, which in my opinion, really fucking stupid. I don't know why that was added in the first place, but yeah. Now, the next one that it says, honestly, everything is restated in this one, but the main concern that I had when I first read this was hard to explain in a tweet. Main change is a much larger weighting towards coverage. Now, the reason why I'm concerned with that is because this gave me major 2K19 vibes, where if you were wide open and you just basically whited the shot, but you had like okay timing, the shot was going in. I do not want 2K19 shooting back because, in my opinion, that was the least skillful shooting in the world. All you had to do was basically decently time the shot, and if you were wide open, it was going in. I think that if you green the shot, I think you should be rewarded compared to if you just white the shot and you're wide open. We're going to have to see more about this, but in my opinion, I'm kind of this kind of concerns me a little bit because obviously I do not want a repeat of 2K19. At least their shooting system. The next one is the dribbling. It says that dribbling is closer to 20 than 21 control-wise. That, in my opinion, is a W because, in my opinion, I like the movement in 2K20 better than 21. But there are new moves, combos you're going to want to learn. Now, in my opinion, they say this every single year. There's nothing really new about, oh, there's new moves and combos that you're going to want to learn. That's what they say every single year. So obviously we don't know too much about the dribble moves that have been added, but that actually leads me into my next topic of animation. Now, they did say that the animations are going to drop basically throughout the year. So obviously we have a season system now, which I think is kind of like is comparable to a battle pass. As the seasons go on, there's going to be new animations added every single season, I think, to basically keep the game fresh. Now, people are going to be using patch 1 dribble moves, and then once like patch 2 comes out, there's going to be more dribble moves added. They're going to experiment with those. You're going to find new things to use, which in my opinion, huge W, because I think that, like, obviously the gameplay style is constantly going to change, which is going to keep people entertained and wanting to play the game the entire time. However, the only issue that I see with this is that if I have to wait until March to use base 98 on a center, and I cannot shoot for the life of me until mid-March because they decided to add 98 base in March, I'm going to be very upset. Now, obviously, if they avoid this, that's going to be a huge W, but in my opinion, I don't want to wait until mid-March to use a jump shot base. That is going to completely change the game. That is the only issue I see with this, in my opinion. They also said that once they add animations, they are not going to take them away. So once an animation is added, you're never going to have to worry about it being like stripped away from you, and you're going to have to find somebody else. Once you have it forever. Basically there's nothing really important. There's new jump shot landings added as always. The plan is to release the same SIGs on both gens. I mean, obviously that's like cool, but it's not too important. And that's really it, to be honest with you. Now, lastly, it does say for your My players that you will not lose 99 this year, and I don't have a picture of it, but they do say that this is only for next gen. Now, in my opinion, this is a W. If you guys know anything about the 99 overall system, if you don't, I'm just going to explain it real quick. Once you get to 95 overall, there is a fluctuating overall system between 95 overall and 99, and depending on how you play in the game that you just played, say you play a part game, you play well, you win, you'll get a 99.9. You'll go from like a 95.0 to a 95.1, and you'll progressively move your way up until 99.9. Now, if you were the same thing were to be like to happen if you were to play bad and lose, you would lose overall. Now, like I said, this is only for next gen. This does not apply to current gen because apparently there's a different system over there on next gen, which is going to be interesting to learn more about. But it's only on next gen. Current gen still has a fluctuating 95 to 99 overall system. So that's interesting to think about. All the information, obviously, I'll be making more videos as more information is released. But I'm excited, y'all. I'm starting to get excited about 2K22. What do y'all think in the comments, bro? Because in my opinion, this is a huge overall W. I don't think there's anything bad about this, in my opinion. And yeah. So, like I said earlier, drop a like, drop a comment, drop a sub with those post notifications. If y'all are new, I'll be sure to keep y'all updated with new news as it comes out. It's been your boy Screens, and I'm out. Peace.